your DIY kit, you will have included the gloves, the spatula, the part A and part B resin, the colors you have chosen, 3 little cups, and a little toothpick. The cups provided have, let's put this like that, have the measurement on the side. So the best way to work out without a scale or without a syringe or another measurement tool, it's to put 10 milliliters of part A with 5 milliliters of part B. So you will get to the line where 15 is. So this is 10, 15. I recommend you start with the small amount. In the part B bottle you have 15 milliliters, and in the part A bottle you have 30 milliliters. So you should be able to make up 3 batches of 15 milliliters each. That's why we're offering 3 little cups and 3 colors. If you want to mix different colors, you can pour all of your resin in different cups and then mix and match your colors. When I'm making my small stones, I usually use the precision scale because it shows me, you know, the milliliters and the 0.1 of a milliliter if I want to mix very, very small amounts of resin. But in this case, you don't have to worry because we are going to mix a larger amount of resin. You just have to make sure that you have a clean working space, that you're wearing your protection equipment like the gloves, and I would recommend that you wear a face mask as well. Now, all of the molds are packed in individual Ziploc bags. I recommend after each use you put them back in the bags after you wash them with warm soapy water. This way you make sure that no dust or lint will set inside the mold, and then you will end up crafting with those sediments from the air. Depending on which mold you have chosen, you have 3 options on the website. These are all the molds and some for the Christmas decorations. So I'm going to try and make this one. And the heart and the paw. It depends how creative you want to be. I will start pouring my part A. I know my table is level, so I'm not worried. I'm just going to pour in 10 milliliters. And I'm just going to pour in ever so gently. If you want, you can also get a bigger cup if you have at home and mix all of the resin at once. But you have to remember you only have 30-minute working time. So you have to know exactly what you would like to make before you pour all of the resin in a cup and you mix it, because it will dry out and it will harden and you won't be able to work with it. So the mixture is 2 parts of A with 1 part of B. That means, because I put 10 milliliters of part A in there, I will put 5 milliliters of the part B. It's important that you keep your resin in a cool, dry place. I recommend maybe keep it in a cupboard, and for no longer than 1 year. So that is your shelf life. That is approximately your shelf life, 1 year. All right. Now, very important, we have the spatula, and we are going to mix slowly. We are going to mix slowly, not very fast. If you mix it very fast, you're going to make many bubbles inside. You will start noticing that the mixture is getting cloudy. At this point, we have to mix slowly and thoroughly, really well. Use that end of your spatula to scrape the bottom of the mixing cup. And you will know that this resin is well mixed when it's no longer cloudy, when it's all transparent and not cloudy. I like to scrape the edges, mix, making sure I'm not making too many bubbles. The more bubbles we make at the beginning, the harder it will be to have a clear piece at the end. Sometimes it's nice, you can see the little bubbles dried in the resin pieces if you're making something large, but it is best that you don't have too many bubbles. At this stage, you should know exactly what you're making. If you're using hair, if you're using preserved breast milk in a powder form, don't add wet breast milk with resin. It needs to be preserved first into the powder form. We provide the preservation powder so you can make it at home, but don't pour anything liquid inside the resin. I'm still mixing. I have quite a large amount in the cup, so I want to make sure that it's well mixed. And I'm going to have to let it rest for a few minutes. I'm scraping the edge there just to make sure that there is no part A or part B that hasn't been mixed. Just mixing a little bit more. And I'm going to let this resin rest now for a few minutes. While in this time, I'm going to prepare all of my inclusions and colors that I'm going to work with.